U.S. President Donald Trump says he has given instructions to completely decimate Iran if Tehran attempts to assassinate him.
Another summer heatwave has gripped the French capital of Paris, forcing the closure of the city's landmarks, including the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum.
U.S. President Donald Trump has sent a stark warning to Iran, saying Washington will, quote, completely decimate all areas of the country if Tehran was to attempt to assassinate him. Trump's threat came after many mourners of Iran's late supreme leader Ali Khamenei called for Trump's killing as they eulogized the former Ayatollah. They also held posters showing Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in the scope of a rifle, with their assassinations being retribution for the killing of their leader. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said thousands of missiles are locked and loaded should Tehran make such an attempt, adding that he had instructed the armed forces to carry out attacks for a one-year period, subject to extension. The warning comes a day after the U.S. president claimed that he had agreed to continue talks with the Islamic Republic, but reiterated that the ceasefire outlined in the framework deal signed last month was over. Tehran denied requesting more talks with the U.S. and expressed their readiness to continue fighting. Hostilities renewed the last 3 days, with the U.S. directly striking Iran over what it called unjustified aggression against commercial shipping, and Iran has been responding with strikes of its own against U.S. bases in the Gulf. Overnight Russian attacks targeted the Ukrainian capital, injuring at least 10 people, including one child according to officials, and sparking fires across the city. Ukraine's Air Force says the Kremlin fired 6 ballistic missiles, 4 cruise missiles, 2 anti-radiation missiles, and 121 Iranian-made Shahed strike drones across the border in their overnight barrage. Local air defenses intercepted 111 drones and 2 of the cruise missiles, but said the remaining projectiles reached their targets. The attack on the capital is the first since a major campaign last week that killed at least 30 people in over 20 areas.
Another summer heatwave has gripped the French capital of Paris, forcing the closure of the city's landmarks, including the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum. Faced by the country's third heatwave since May, both announced they would be closing at 4 p.m. over the weekend to protect staff and visitors from the scorching temperatures, while the Musée d'Orsay will similarly close from 5 p.m. through to Wednesday. 24 departments across northwestern France are under a red heat alert on Saturday, according to Météo France, affecting more than 22 million people, with certain areas forecast to see temperatures as high as 39 degrees Celsius. To mitigate the risk to people's health, Paris Mayor Emmanuel Grégoire convened a crisis meeting to deploy emergency cooling measures, extend swimming pool hours, and establish dedicated hydration centers ahead of the upcoming Bastille Day holiday. The closures come amid yet another heat wave in Western Europe. In Spain, authorities suspect a wildfire which killed 12 people began when a power line broke due to the conditions caused by the country experiencing temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius.
Belgium took on Spain for an all-European quarter-final clash at the 2026 FIFA World Cup on Friday night, looking to advance to their second-ever semi-final appearance. Spain, who many say have not met expectations this year, opened the scoring in the 30th minute after PSG star Fabian Ruiz found himself in the box where a deflection fell to his feet, leaving him with an open net. It did not take long for the Red Devils to come back after Atalanta forward Charles de Ketelaere equalized for his country in the 41st with a header inside the penalty area. The game once again reached a deadlock for the dying minutes of the first half and almost the entirety of the second, and seemed destined to go the distance, though La Roja looked the more threatening side. Luis de la Fuente subbed on Arsenal star Mikel Merino in the 86th, a Hail Mary after the forward was able to have a quick impact after being brought into the game late in the previous fixture against Portugal. But in dramatic fashion, Merino was able to stun once again, with his first chance coming off a deflected shot presenting itself in the 88th minute, slotting it in and taking the lead just seconds before the end of regular time. Spain will now take on France, who have been the most informed team in this tournament, next week on Tuesday in Dallas.